Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. You know, I got a couple comments from a couple different people who are well-meaning, they're seemingly intelligent, and they just have a differing view than I do on a couple things, and that's fine. I just wanted to kind of expand on some comments they made, or base off some comments they made and expand on my own, and that is this. A lot of people say, and they said it, but they're not the only ones thinking it. A lot of people say that doing community is too hard. And we're talking about now getting ready for end times grid down situation. And it's like, look, my only inner circle is my immediate family. I don't have any friends. I can't meet any people. I'm surrounded by meth heads, whatever. I've heard over the years 1,000 different excuses on why one can't set up some form of community for the end times, or a mag, or a survival team, or something. And so the default option then is, I'm going to do the best I can on my own, with my family in my house. And if that doesn't work out, dude, I'm going nomad. I'm going mobile, because a fixed target will be destroyed. And if you don't move, you die, kind of thing. And that's romantic, and that's a psychological way of dealing with the fact that you don't want to take the time and expend the effort to form a group or a team. But here's the reality. Just shoot that for a second. Just film that. Picture a grid down situation. Maybe the cars are still working. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna eat? See, that's the big thing right there, food. The only way, if you're a nomad, that you're gonna eat is by taking from other people. There's not gonna be an abandoned Walmart full of food for you to prey off of. Not after 3 months. Won't be there. All the food will be in the hands of people, and the only way you're gonna be able to eat if you're a nomad or a refugee is by joining an established group, bam, or stealing, taking from somebody else, which then makes you part of the problem. Because it's a survivalist. I did a video in the early days, long ago. If you go all the way back to my early videos, you'll see like the stages of survivalism. And people become aware that, wow, there's potential problems. I need to prepare for me and mine. And a lot of people, the first thing they do is build a bug out bag. That's good. You should. And then they start saying, wow, bug out bag. They don't have a plan, typically, to go with that bug out bag. It's just, I got to have this bag so I can run and go. Okay, great. You have 3 days of food. Then what? And a more mature perspective is, well, I need to start storing up stuff. I need to start storing food and supplies and things like that. And that's a better mindset. And so, you get people that store up to, I don't know, 3 or 4 years worth of food and stuff at their house, and then they start thinking, wow, what happens if my house burns down, or if something happens that forces me to move, because stuff happens, right? And I gotta go. And so then they go into the sustainable type of living, where I'm gonna set up a farm or a farmette or a ranch, and I wanna produce my own food. And that's not quite I gotta move, but it's like you can only store so much stuff, and so you need to get into the production business, and that leads you to a farm or a farmette, and then you start realizing that community helps with that. And yes, you still have to have a plan to run, and your plan has to be better than, I'm gonna be a nomad. That's not gonna work. I have seen refugees all over the world, and their plight is awful, and they are at the mercy of those whose territories they wander into, who are stronger than them. And if you don't have food, you're not going to be strong. I'm telling you, yes, you have to have a plan to move. Everybody has to have a plan to move. It's got to be a plan, though. You have to know where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. And you should have, multiples of plans, contingency planning. But the best thing is to form some kind of group. I don't care if it's your extended family, your neighbors, or what, but you're gonna need a group, and you're gonna need to produce food for any kind of long-term emergency. I'm not talking Katrina here. Katrina, you can get away with a credit card and a rental car. You're gonna need a group. Being a nomad, being a refugee, taking your bob and trying to think you're gonna play mountain man in the woods ain't gonna work. Somebody gave me the example of the people who, which my wife and I considered, they buy RVs and they just travel across the country all year, and they come together in various places and form camps. Yeah, that's beautiful. When there's electricity, when there is gasoline, when there is a Walmart to go shopping for your groceries at, those people you can't carry anything in an RV, not to speak of. And again, you're at the mercy of the bandits. Really consider forming some type of farmstead, homestead with a group of people. I tell you this because I care about you guys. And hey, you are free to disagree as long as you're polite and don't make it personal. All right, I'll see y'all out there.